Welcome, I'm the Deadwoodjedi. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Yes, we are on the free-to-play. We are on the road to Ultra Nightmare here, but we have a pretty big announcement, which is going to get only bigger as the week goes on, because finally, we're bringing back the Clan Boss Draft. That's right, we're going to bring back the Clan Boss Draft. This is going to be the Clan Boss Clover Draft, and I'm going to have some more information coming in the next couple days. But the big thing that you guys want to know is you're going to want to be here on my channel Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I think that's 4 p.m. UTC. And we're going to have our draft live on YouTube streaming. So you're not going to want to miss that. Should be a really fun time. I know we had some really great past draft for Clan Boss. We're going to be doing another Clan Boss draft because it's been so long. Not intentionally, it's just been a while, and I've been wanting to do these more regularly than we have. So that is 100% the next thing that's going to be coming along is the Clan Boss Draft. I'm really excited about it. There's gonna be a small little St. Patrick's Day tie-in, which should be fun. We've got a lot of the usual competitors back. We've got ourselves Hell Hades, Scratch, Cold Brew, YSC. We're bringing in Nub, Kex, and I'm still a little bit on the fence of whether I'm going to participate or not. I think probably a lot of you would like to see me do it, but it is a lot of work. And so sometimes moderating is just makes the whole event a little bit cleaner, but I also like doing Clan Boss. So this is going to be a pretty fun one. So we've got some cool little rules coming up, some changes to our format that should make this very challenging at the very least. So yeah, this should be really exciting. Maybe you know what? I think I just am going to compete. We'll just see. I'll just jump in there. We'll get 6 competitors this time. We'll see how it goes. We're going to have like I said, we're going to have on Sunday at 4 p.m. UTC, we're going to have the draft itself. And you guys are going to be able to participate. We've definitely put in a portion of a banning phase, right? And you guys are going to be the ones to decide what champions get banned. So you definitely want to come by and check that out. And we also are going to be doing the final will be on Friday, the 24th, also at 4 p.m. UTC. At least that's the plan right now. That's what we're going for right now. But that should work out pretty great. And I'm really excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I think Plarium's actually going to make a couple of little announcements. I don't know whether in game or out of game, but you know, on their Twitter, on their Instagram, that kind of thing. So definitely want to check that out. So yeah, we got some cool stuff kind of coming up here in the short term that I'm super excited about. I love doing these things. I know the community really enjoys them, and so I'm excited to do that. We'll have obviously a lot of collabs leading up to it during the week. We're going to talk to every competitor, talk about their teams. I guess if I'm competing, I'll be talking about mine, and we'll kind of have to figure out, you know, the best approaches to defeating the Clan Boss with a much smaller pool of champions to choose from, which should be very interesting. Excited to get Nub in here on this. Obviously there's, you know, some people that I would love to have be participants that just can't. You know, folks like Chosen and Ash are just going to be way too busy to even do this type of thing, but I tend to ask them all the same, more as a courtesy, because I know they're going to say no. But you know, they're great people, and you know, not everybody can do these types of things, right? It's just not possible to bring everybody involved in. That was one of the great things about the faction games, is we were actually able to get a lot of people to participate in that because it was such a big event. But that brings its own, you know, limitations, having a big event like that, and everybody's still doing their own work too, right? So this is definitely them taking time out of their day to bring you guys something very cool, and it's on my channel, it's not even on their channel. So it's like it's a really big ask of these folks. I know they have a lot of fun doing it, but it's not like a simple thing to get done. But I'm very happy that all these guys, they all like jumped at the chance. They're all like, yes, of course, I'm in. So I'm very happy about that, very excited about that. So we've got some cool stuff kind of planned in that direction. What does that mean as far as the channel goes? Well, obviously, you know, I love doing these Road to Ultra Nightmare updates. I probably am not going to be able to do an update every single day this week coming up because of that. We'll have videos out for sure. Probably a lot of collabs leading up to the draft, but the Road to Ultra Nightmare might become a little bit more inconsistent than it has been. So just, I know if you want to see how my free-to-play is doing, that there might be a slight pause on some of the updates as far as that goes, but I'm going to try to continue bringing them out to you guys, because I know you guys enjoy them. I enjoy doing it every day, talking with you, having my coffee here with you guys, and talking about, what the grind is like for people that don't spend money and people that are early in this game. And so those are all definite things that I'm kind of considering. While we're doing this, let's go ahead and crack open, see what I got from my shard opening. Okay, not bad from Ultra Nightmare. I'll take an ancient shard. Why not? That's not something I want at all, and that's probably not something I want either. That's okay, but we can go ahead and get a run going here while we're kind of talking about this. I think this is a pretty, obviously this is, always a fun thing, but I'm really interested to see how this one works, because it's a little bit different from the ones we've had in the past, but there's much more restrictions going into this one. So, I don't think we're going to see any one key teams. It's going to be very difficult for people to put up really good numbers, and the banning phase should make it really intriguing, because that's obviously something that you guys are going to be able to control. So, whether you opt to support your favorite content creator and ban someone that's not super impactful, or you want to just create havoc and chaos and ban the most important champion on those teams, I think it's gonna be really interesting. And it's gonna be really interesting to see us adjust mid-draft to having one of our champions all of a sudden be yeeted out of the competition. I think that's going to be really interesting. Currently the way we have it structured, there's going to be no legendaries involved, so it's going to be a real restrictive kind of thing. Obviously we'll go over all the final rules and stuff. I have a collab with all the guys scheduled for tomorrow, so you guys should be able to see that tomorrow leading up into the draft. And that will cover obviously the rules, our strategies, our ideas of what we're planning to do here for it. It should be pretty interesting. I'm gonna say I'm very I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, this has been a while coming. It's definitely something I've been thinking about ever since I did the first clan boss draft. I've had this idea of being able to do one of these, periodically every few months. And obviously, I went through some personal stuff over the winter, and so it just wasn't a practical thing to do then. I do have to kind of coordinate this with Banana Jam and Plarium as far as like the timing of stuff, because I feel like the test server is an important part of this, because we're not asking people to break their teams or to spend their resources. All of a sudden they're able to really fully utilize their accounts and fully optimize their teams and champions. So I do feel like that's kind of an important allowance in those situations. And so that's kind of what's happening here. And I'm real interested about this one, because obviously we have some serious restrictions here. One of the things about the last draft was you can kind of plan your team ahead of time. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have a banning phase, and that phase isn't going to happen until partway through the draft, which means there will be time to plan it after that, but setting it up before that could be really restrictive, right? And so that makes it a lot trickier as far as like, oh man, which champions do I pick? How do I choose my team? We also don't have, like I said, no legendaries in this one. This is going to make it real interesting, because a lot of times legendaries are kind of the glue that make these teams really work. It's a lot harder when you're talking all epic. So I think what we're going to be seeing is a lot of imperfect teams. And I think that's going to have a major impact on the overall result that we're able to do. Things like being able to go to a 2-1 ratio are not easy. You always need, there's 3 champions that you can do it solo, right? There's only 3. Everybody else needs a pairing of champions. You need 2 speed champions, or a speed champion and an extender. But, if you don't get one of those few champions, getting out of 2-1 is going to be tough. So those guys are definitely going to get picked. But then here's the question: do they get banned? That's the real question after that, right? And so I think that's very fascinating to see how this potentially is going to work. There's one counterattack champion. That's it. Is that the number 1 pick? Maybe not. Does everybody pick the best champions first, or do we wait? Do we take Maneater? Do you take Demitha? Do you take Warcaster? These unkillable champions that could be really impactful, but they could get banned. How does that change the way you build your team? Also, Don't you need more than just one of them to get an unkillable team? Like, this is going to be very, very interesting to see how people deal with it. And of course, you know, we have such crazy stuff like, you know, faction guardians and ascension, not only ascension of champions, but gear too now, right? And so can you build a team to go at like a 2-1 ratio raw, right? Just raw, just, you know, just like force of speeds. I know some of the people in this competition will have the gear to do that, but what will they sacrifice in relation to it? You know, we're still gonna have a player power cap. And so I think that could be real intriguing as well. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. It's a very different kind of approach from last time. And there's a special rule involved this time. And I don't want to spoil it yet. There is a special rule that's going to really, I think, change a lot of the, it's going to have a major impact. It's going to have a major impact on how this team works. And so I think that's going to be really, really important to factor in as well when people are like trying to figure out what team do they want to build. So I'm interested, you know, and then of course we're adding Nub to the mix. You know, we've got a new person in the groove here kind of working with us, and Nub is obviously an amazing content creator. I really like him as a person, but also, you know, as his content as well. So we've got some really smart minds in this game kind of working on this stuff, and I'm very interested to see how this all goes. And of course, you know, even if you miss any part of this, you're going to be able to follow along completely on my website. We'll have a special page set up for the draft. We're going to have all the stuff flowing on it. We'll undoubtedly have articles kind of following along and critiquing things that are happening. I might write articles about every team just from an outsider perspective too. I think that could be kind of interesting. It all depends on how much time is available in the day. But yeah, there's lots of stuff that I think we can get into, and I think can be really enjoyable for you guys, obviously. But honestly, we have a lot of fun doing it too. I think it's really, really interesting being able to, you know, be forced to get creative and come up with a unique team. And so this could be real. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how this happens. Obviously, we're going to be streaming this on YouTube this time instead of Twitch, and that's going to be a whole different kind of ball game for me. I'm real kind of curious to see what the community feels about doing that. We got a lot of people came out and, you know, watched when we were live on Twitch for, you know, both the faction games and the clan boss draft. And I think we're going to have an even bigger crowd for the YouTube. So that could be its own insanity going on here. So I'm real interested to see how that all works, and very, very excited about it. So yeah, this could be a lot of fun here. And you know what? I know it's going to be a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun getting together with, you know, smart, nice people. I can't go wrong with that. And that's what this is. So, yeah, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. We got some fun stuff, some big stuff. Obviously, I've been kind of working on this for the last couple weeks, trying to get it set up and ready to go. But, you know, now we're here and we're gonna go full steam. So it should be pretty interesting. It should be pretty interesting to see how it all goes down. And of course, you know, I'm really excited to see, you know, we've been doing all these, Plarian's been doing a really great job of promoting people. We had all those look back videos, right? I had my look back video, which I thought was pretty fun. And it's been interesting, you know, kind of watching where everybody's kind of grown and come from. And now we're here doing a big CC event. This is not something I ever thought I would be able to be hosting, but you know, here we are. And so I'm very excited about this. And, you know, if I can, you know, if everything kind of stays to the plan, we'll be doing these periodically, but, you know, every 3 or 4 months or so, not all the time, but more often than we had been, right? But I definitely like doing this. It's always a fun event. Everybody's always a really, you know, positive kind of influence and, you know, support, you know, portion of this whole thing. Like, I can't do this without them, and everybody is like always on board and eager to make it happen, and willing to sacrifice their schedules to make it happen, right? Because that's the hard part, getting everybody on the same page, but we're able to do that. So yeah, it's very fun. I cannot believe this team's still going, by the way. Turn 34, still trucking. We had somebody go down, Rhonda went down, and we kept trucking. Okay, there it goes. Good timing for the end there. So anyway, guys, that's the big news. That's the big announcement. It's the Clan Boss Clover draft is what we're doing. Clan Boss Clover draft. So I'm very, very excited about it. I think there's going to be a lot of fun to be had, and we'll see. Hopefully, maybe I can win. Maybe I don't. It's okay. But hopefully, you know, what we'll be able to do, show you guys how to use champions in ways maybe you hadn't thought of using before, and come up with some creative Clan Boss teams. That's kind of the whole gambit here. That's the whole idea. So that's the idea. That's what we're going to try to do. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out with us. And yeah, I'll be seeing you all week. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep these videos, these dailies coming out, but if there's a lull, if there's a gap, if I miss a day or two, you know why. We're working on some stuff. We're working on some serious stuff here. So that's going to be kind of the exclusion part of that. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this, sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe. You want to see when these videos are coming out, because this one's going to be a fun one. And yeah, that's all we got for today. So the next we meet, the Deadwood Jedi.